Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving into one of America's most interesting coins, the 1980 United States $1 coin. This is part of the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, and while it may not be the most popular coin in U.S. history, it carries a lot of historical and numismatic importance. Historical background. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was first issued in 1979. It replaced the larger Eisenhower dollar in hopes of making dollar coins more practical for circulation. The smaller size was meant to encourage everyday use, but it came with some problems we'll discuss later. Why Susan B. Anthony? The coin honors Susan B. Anthony, a pioneering leader in the women's suffrage movement. She spent her life fighting for women's right to vote, and in 1920, just 14 years after her death, the 19th Amendment finally granted that right. The U.S. Mint chose her as the first real woman, not symbolic like Lady Liberty, to appear on U.S. currency. Obverse design. On the obverse, we see a portrait of Susan B. Anthony designed by Frank Gasparo. Around the portrait are inscriptions, Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the right, and the date 1980 at the bottom. The design is bold, powerful, and symbolic of her historic contributions. Reverse design. The reverse features an image of an eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch. This is the same design used on the Eisenhower dollar, created to commemorate the Apollo 11 moon landing. Around the eagle are 13 stars, representing the original colonies, along with the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and the denomination $1. Mint mark locations. The $1,980 coin was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. You'll find the mint mark to the right of Anthony's portrait, just above her shoulder. Mintage numbers. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 27 million coins, the Denver Mint produced around 41 million, and the San Francisco Mint released over 20 million proof coins. These high mintage numbers explain why 1980 Anthony dollars are still relatively common today. Specifications. The 1981 dollar coin has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, a thickness of 2 millimeters, and weighs 8.1 grams. It's made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, with a pure copper core. The edge is reeded, giving it a textured grip. Circulation issues. Despite the mint's intentions, the Anthony dollar wasn't well received by the public. Its size and color were very close to the Washington quarter, leading to constant confusion. People often mistook it for 25 cents, which limited its popularity in daily use. Public reception. Because of these problems, the coin was often rejected by both the public and businesses. It was used mainly in vending machines, transit systems, and the U.S. Postal Service. Still, it remained in production for 1979, 1980, and 1981, with a final reissue in 1999. Collector value. Most 1980 Susan B. Anthony dollars in circulated condition are worth just $1. However, uncirculated examples can sell for $3 to $5, while high-grade certified coins, such as MS-66 or MS-67, may reach $50 or more. Proof versions from San Francisco are worth a bit more, depending on their condition. Error varieties. Collectors also look for error coins. Some 1980 Anthony dollars show striking errors, planchet flaws, or off-center strikes. These mistakes are much rarer and can increase a coin's value significantly, sometimes into the hundreds of dollars. Proof coins. The San Francisco Mint struck special proof coins for collectors in 1980. These proofs feature a mirror-like background and frosted details. They were not made for circulation, and complete proof sets are especially popular among numismatists. Comparison to 1979 issue. When comparing the 1980 issue to the 1979 Anthony dollar, most of the design details remain the same. However, the 1979 series had a wide rim and narrow rim variety on the obverse, which created collectible interest. The 1980 series doesn't have as many varieties but is still valued for its role in the series. Numismatic importance. Even though it wasn't widely used in circulation, the Susan B. Anthony dollar holds an important place in U.S. history. It represents progress in recognizing women's contributions, while also showing the challenges of introducing a new coin to the public. Condition and grading. As with all coins, condition plays a huge role in value. Coins in good or fine condition are usually worth only face value. Those in extremely fine or about uncirculated condition bring slightly more, and mint state coins can fetch much higher prices, especially when professionally graded. Cultural context. The Anthony dollar has since become a symbol of an experimental era in U.S. coinage. It reflects both the desire for modernization and the challenges of public acceptance. Even though it wasn't loved during its time, it paved the way for later coins like the Sacagawea dollar and Presidential Dollar series. Legacy of Susan B. Anthony. Beyond numismatics, this coin keeps alive the memory of Susan B. Anthony herself. Every time someone looks at the coin, they're reminded of her tireless fight for equality and the importance of recognizing women in American history. Conclusion. So, the 1981 dollar coin of the United States may not be rare or highly valuable, but it's historically significant. From its bold design to its place in the Susan B. Anthony series, it tells a story of innovation, controversy, and progress. Whether you have one in your pocket, your change jar, or your collection, it's a piece of American history worth holding on to.